today Sid and I are headed to, where are we going?
King Arthur.
King Arthur Flower. She needs some cake pans, bunk pans, so it is?
Right, and yeah, round.
Right, to do some cooking for Sid's kitchen. And then I think just a little bit south of there is an LL Bean store, so we're headed there. What's going on here? Is that truck just sitting there? What are they doing? Oh, that's not good. No, he's a little bit stuck. So yesterday you saw we went skiing, or I went skiing, Sid went skiing, and she's doing better. I took my granddaughter, who just started really skiing this year, and she has such a determination. We ended up doing the top of the mountain.
The magic carpet.
Oh yeah, she hadn't had lessons for a while with the school, so the school said she had to go on this little magic carpet thing, and she's already skiing up top with me. So they went over there. She went from the magic carpet. They said, okay, go to the J bar. And so I went over to see what how she was doing, or how everything was going. Really, I knew she'd be fine. And the instructor guy says to me, "Oh, you with her?" And I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Why is she here?" I said, I don't know, really. He says she's already doing like parallel turns, and she should be like skiing at least on the other chairlift, if not the top one. And I said, well, she already skis up on the top with me. And he was like, yeah, well, I'm sure by next year that's where she'll be. So he said, okay, so Elodie, why don't you lead the group in the last lesson? And that's how much she's progressed. And we did a relatively steep trail at the end, and she did the whole thing. I mean, not super fast, but no falls. Everything went well. She's really done well with skiing, and I'm hoping that confidence thing will build into other areas of what she does, because if she progressed like she does in other things, like she does in skiing, holy moly. So you know what you're after, right?
Do I need some of that?
Yep, somebody's getting some new pans. Must be, huh? Ooh, now hiring.
Little hard to feel.
Well, we had a usual great hamburger French fry lunch at Five Guys, and I got some things at LL Bean because I had some gift cards, and now we're going to be heading back. The rest of the day, I don't know. This is Bradford, Vermont, which is about maybe 45 minutes south of us. You'll notice the bare ground and sort of lack of snow, where we still have probably, I don't know by the time we get home because the sun's been out, but we probably have 1.5 to 2 feet of snow on the ground still. Truly blessed. So I grant you we're driving, but you can sort of hear the wind, and there's a big storm out in the Atlantic heading up towards Nova Scotia and that way, which is creating a lot of, I think they're going to get a lot of snow. And this is the wind as it wraps around. So I can imagine down by like Boston and places that are coastal, they must be getting some really good wind. So I told you yesterday we went skiing, or I went skiing with our granddaughter up to the top of Burke Mountain. And I said to her, well, this will probably be your last time to go skiing at the top. And she said, why? Aren't we going skiing anymore? And I said, yeah, we're going to go skiing some more, but we have to pay for the tickets. Well, why do we have to pay for the tickets? And I said, well, because that's how it is. Well, how much does it cost? And I said, well, for you, I think it's like $50 to use all the lifts so you can go to the top of the mountain. And she says, oh, okay. But why do we have to pay? And I said, because it's not our mountain. So we want to use their lifts, so we have to pay them to use the lifts and ski on their trails. Okay, so if we pay them the $50, when do they pay us? Like, what? Well, if we give them money, when do they give us money back? So, obviously, yeah, she's 6. We haven't understood the concept of money. So she says, well, how much would it cost if we just ski on the bottom of the mountain? And I said, well, that's like $40. Okay, but then we get money back? And I'm like, no, we don't get money back. So later, I stopped at the store to buy the newspaper, and she says, you had to pay for that? I said, yeah. Well, why do you have to pay for so many things? So, you know, valid question from a 6-year-old, but that's the way it is, I explained to her. That's why people go to work, so they can make money. Well, I don't know if she's going to give it any more thought or whatever, but just no concept. So one of the things I think we might do on the way back is Sid and I both have season passes to the mountain, and I read something last night where because we have season passes, we each get 2 unrestricted free tickets. So if that's the case, then she'll be able to go up to the top of the mountain a couple more times. I mean, I don't know how long this is going to last, because if we get a major warm-up or whatever, a lot of the trails will be closed. She can't ski all of the trails, even though she'd like to. Well, we just stopped at Burke Mountain. That's the lodge. And went in, asked him, yep, and got 4 free passes. So I don't know exactly. I know Elodie's going to want to have all 4, but that's probably not going to happen. But she'll be happy that she can be able to ski on the top again, because it's good for anybody, any lifts, any of that kind of stuff. And that's one of the perks. You get 2 free tickets per pass. So Sid and I both have seasons passes, so works out great.